About that time when the sun peeks through, grab your coffee, we got a story for you. It's roll call time, so don't be late. Lester's got muffins and a whole lot to say. It's Longhorn Lester's, pull up a seat where cows get treats and life is sweet. If you janks it up, don't be concerned, it ain't broke, it's just borrowed. You'll learn. He'll talk to a donkey like an old-time friend and tell you a tale that might never end. But mind your manners, his kitchen is cooking. If you don't like it, well, you can get to stepping. Longhorn Lester, he's all heart and charm, in a side-by-side with open arms. The work and the laughs, they never end, 'cause everything is funner and gooder with friends. Up every roll call that starts, he's a ranching soul with a big tender heart. And if you're lucky enough to tune in each day, you'll see how to live the Longhorn Lester way.
Yes, the old Letterman jacket. The old Letterman jacket. How fun and how awesome is that darn song? I love that. Hi and hello to all of the Kahooters and the Kahoochies. Let's not forget our Kahoochies. Some folks don't want to admit it, but I know that many of y'all are Kahooters and proud of it. And then the Kahoochies are also equally proud of it. What we should do is a battle between the Kahooters and the Kahoochies. Would y'all like to do that? Listen, I don't know this for a fact, but I think there is a game mode where it will be, we could actually, I do think there's a game mode on Kahoots that you can actually divide teams. Now, what we would have to do is y'all would have to pick either you're a Kahooter or a Kahoochie, and you have to be one or the other. And if both of those names offend you, then you're just too triggered, y'all. You're just too darn triggered. You already know that on this channel you can't come triggered. You got to be just proud of who we are, and that we're all here. We're survivors, and we've made it to another Friday night game night. Okay, so let me peek. I'm just going to peek over here at my Kahoots, and I'm going to read y'all what it says about the different game modes. I'm just going to look at something over here. Let me turn my phone off. Boost collaboration, teamwork, and communication with team mode. Participants work together in teams to compete for a top spot on the podium. Oh, no, that ain't going to work. No, because that's only going to work if we're all in the same room. Could you guys hear what I was saying? That's only going to work if we're all in the same room. It's not going to work if we're doing it remote like we're doing it here. So sorry. But that would have been fun to have a Kahooters versus a Kahoochie. So what we're going to do is right now, everyone decide. No. You're not getting out of it that easy. You are not going to get out of it that easy. You're all going to decide right now if you are a Kahooter or a Kahoochie. Okay, and either way, go ahead and proclaim it and be proud. Go ahead and call it out. Who are my Kahooters and who are my Kahoochies? Go ahead. Okay, so you guys decide. I want to know about Jeff. I see that Jeff is on his way home. He's saying, please don't start without me. Jeff, keep your eyes on the road. We will not start until 8 o'clock. But I want to know, what do y'all think? Should Jeff be a Kahooter or a Kahoochie? So there are, man, I think that the split is pretty even down the middle right now. I'm just curious about my moderators. I see a couple of moderators here. Miss Vanessa, could you let me know if you had to choose one or the other? Miss Vanessa, would you be a Kahooter or a Kahoochie? I'm asking Miss Vanessa. I see that she's here. I just don't know where she went. She's competing with a whole lot of other comments. So I'm looking for Miss Vanessa to find out if she's a Kahooter or a Kahoochie. I don't know why her husband even allows her to hang out with me. I can't find her. She's probably gotten too shy. Jeff is a Kahoochie. Okay, well, that's good to see that Jeff is a Kahoochie. Vanessa is a Kahooter. Okay, so Vanessa says she is absolutely a Kahooter. Okay, fine. To each his own. But I am wondering if there's well, we'll wait until other moderators jump in. But for right now, we have one Kahooter on board. I don't see Miss Teresa. I don't see Teresa is a Kahooter. Yes, I see Miss Teresa, and she is a Kahooter. Miss Molly is a Kahooter. So here's what I'm going to ask you. Now, listen, don't judge me based on me asking you this. But do y'all think that the Kahooters are more of a reserved conservative group and the Kahoochies are just some wild and crazy gals and guys? I'm just asking because I don't know this for a fact, but a few of the people who are calling themselves Kahooters, I just feel like might be more of a conservative group. And these Kahoochies are a pretty wild and crazy group. And I only know that from the chat, okay? I only know that from the chat. Okay, so there's one lady who's embarrassed to call herself a Kahoochie. Okay, well, okay, that's fine. It's just a Kahoochie. It's a Kahoochie, y'all. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not asking for your political ideology or any of that kind of stuff. I'm just saying if you're more of the reserved, I said more of the reserved. If you're more like quiet and low key, and you just like, you keep your hands in your lap. Yeah, you're a Kahooter. However, them wild and crazy ones might be the Kahoochies, and there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. Keep your ears pretty, everybody. Yes, thank you, Megan. Megan gives us a really good example. In animal terms, Rita is a Kahoochie, okay? In animal terms, there's one lady says, I'm a 72-year-old Kahoochie. How awesome is that? Oh my God, that makes me blush. I don't know why. But in animal terms, Rita would be a Kahoochie. Thank you, Miss Megan. And you're absolutely right. Yes, that does. Yes. So Rita would be a Kahoochie. Jolene is a Kahoochie. Now, who are my Kahooters in animal terms? In animal terms, who would be the Kahooters? I'm just asking what you guys think. In animal terms, who of our animals is a Kahooter? Okay. Oh my God. Roman. Okay. Roman is a Kahooter. Thank you. I agree. Jezebel, a Kahooter. Okay. Donkey Dan, a Kahooter. Guys, there's nothing wrong with that. And that's completely fine. Okay. Santiana is a Kahooter. Okay. But Gemma, everyone, so I will call the animal and you tell me Kahooter or Kahoochie. So Gemma, what is Gemma? All right, so Gemma, yes, Loretta are Kahoochies. Gemma and Loretta are both Kahoochies. Isn't that crazy that we don't even know what that even means? Chuck is a Kahoochie? Oh my golly gee. This is the funniest thing ever. I swear the things that we talk about. Miss Keisha, Miss Keisha says, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a Kahoochie. Thank you, Miss Keisha. I'm guessing that Miss Keisha has joined on the Kahoochie side. Okay, there we go. So now we have two moderators working right now. Miss Keisha is going for the Kahoochies, and Miss Vanessa is going for the Kahooters. Okay, fine. That's wonderful. And Keisha, I agree with you. There's nothing wrong with a little Kahoochie. Now, Gloria says, could I be both? Gloria wants to be a little bit of both. So, Miss Gloria is one of those ladies who has that alter ego. She's like, by day, she's this kind of a gal, but by night, she turns it out. She turns it on. She comes out of her shell. So, she wants to be a little bit of both. Okay. I also agree that Kahoochie is a bit spicy. Okay. Brandy goes, I'm just going to be a Vanessa. I'm just going to be a Vanessa and hashtag that. Oh my gosh. Tracy goes, I'm a Kahoochie for show. There's a lot of y'all who are ladies on the streets and you know what in the sheets. Okay. Well, hey, that's good. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I know you're trying. Okay, Calamity Jane is a very young Kahoochie. Absolutely. Calamity Jane, boy, whoever called that one was right. Okay, so one lady says, last week I was a Kahoochie. This week I'm going to be a Kahooter. Okay, you can change it up. You can absolutely change it up. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Miss Billy, hold on, Miss Billy. Miss Billy's chiming in. So is half of each a Kahoochier? Miss Billy, are you going to be the Kahoochie? No, Kahoochie. How do you even say that? How do you even pronounce that? I don't know. So Miss Billy's going to play the middle over here. She's going to keep Vanessa and her Kahooters over here, Miss Keisha and her Kahoochies over here, and Miss Billy's going to kind of like play along the middle. That's really cute. That's wonderful. Just FYI, guys, you guys keep Miss Christie in your thoughts. You don't see her moderating much. She's gotten something going on where she's getting vertigo and getting herself dizzy real easily. And bright lights, computer lights, fast moving things is really affecting her. And I says, Christy, I says, you don't have to explain anything to me. You do not put yourself into anything that's going to affect you. I do think that Tex is a Kahoochie. You may not realize it because he kind of plays like Miss Billy, kind of like half and half, like sometimes he's reserved. But boy, when his inner Kahoochie comes out, he can turn it up. He can turn it up. You guys have seen Tex when he's a Kahoochie. Vertigo is no joke. Lots of folks talking about the vertigo and the migraines that can sometimes be kicked off by things like this. So yeah, Miss Christie's fine, I think, but she did say that sometimes this stuff over here, the chat moving along and trying to keep up, has affected her a little bit with some of those kind of things. So you guys keep her in your thoughts. And I guess you guys hopefully have heard by now that we did lose that sweet lady who had come home from the hospital with hospice care. She did pass early this morning. She did pass early this morning. So we are thinking about her family. And I'll tell you, I don't think that many of us get options at the end of our days of how we're going to, how it's going to go for us. Miss Carolyn. Yes, Miss Carolyn was her name. But I'll tell you what, talking to her son, Mr. Doug, and showing us or letting me know that she had spent the last week at home, surrounded by family, watching her favorite Longhorn Lester videos, and she died peacefully in the middle of the night, early this morning. So she has went on to do what she's doing. So we're going to have to all remember that, Miss Carolyn. What a joy, though. What a joy to see the smile on her face and see her talk about Chuck and talk about Longhorn Lester. And y'all think she might have been a Kahoochie or a Kahooter? What do y'all think? Now, we're not talking poorly of those who have already passed, but I don't know why. I think that Miss Carolyn might have been a Kahoochie. I mean, she liked Chucky Poo. So I don't know, y'all. I think that she was a woman who loved to laugh and loved to have some fun. I don't know. She might have also been a Kahooter because she did say that Lester sometimes teaches lessons he probably shouldn't be teaching. So she might have been a Kahooter. I don't know. But I really do hope that we was able to brighten her day. And you know, how crazy was it that her sons, who have heard their mom talk about this crazy channel for so long, and then finally, on her behalf, reach out to the crazy channel guy, and then him be so taken back by you all and your kindness and your love, and just through the comments that you shared for her. And I don't think that he thought that it was possible for the internet to be so loving and to be so caring and to be so kind. And I don't think a lot of people believe that the internet can be a place like that. And I do believe that um, we have a good thing going here, guys. We really do have a really wonderful thing going here. And you know, it's one thing to have a difference of opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, today, for example, oh boy, I made all kinds of fool of myself with Rita and the boys, and I'm, according to a lot of folks, doing it all wrong. I just, I just agree with all of them without saying a word. I'm like, that's great. That's great. That's great. So you don't let things that when someone disagrees with you, you don't let that bother you. You just ask that people can do it in a kind and respectful way. But I'll tell you what, the internet can be there are so many beautiful things about the internet, and it doesn't have to all be evil. All right. So, well, guys, it's 7:47. It is now time for me to go ahead and put on the Kahoot game and get you guys signed in, okay? Because we're going to be kicking this thing off in about 10 minutes. So let me hope I can do this right. I want to present. I want to share my screen. And the screen that I want to share is the Kahoot game. I'm going to take it and push it over to the other TV, the other monitor, so I can see it. And now you can also see it. If I click start, now you can see the game pin. There's your game pin, 263394. Now remember, you have to announce if you're a Kahooter or a Kahoochie. And you can't change your mind, okay? You can't change your mind. Here you come. Oh my God, someone called herself the Kahooter. People are actually calling yourself Kahoochies. We're going to create some new words here, y'all. We're creating some new words. Oh my goodness gracious. How funny. How fun is this, huh? Uh-oh, have we frozen? Well, our game is still loading. It still shows that I am connected to the internet. Even though I'm not seeing the comments moving by. So I'm not seeing the comments moving by, and I don't know why. There they go. Okay, all is good. All is good. It's not frozen. Whew, that scared me for a moment. Hey, Lex, I got chicken for you, son. Yes, you guys are still logging in. We are at 500, guys. We're at 500. We're not going to try to push our limits. We're going to be happy to start the game straight up 8 o'clock. I hope that Jeff has made it home by then. And I can see the comments again. They've come back. They have all come back. Lori says, I'm a coutier with Miss Billy. Ay, ay, ay. Trisha made a taco salad for supper. Deborah says, my daughter has to set up my laptop, but she's cheering on all of the Kahoochies. The boys, so Lex is awake and playing Xbox. Connor is sound asleep. Very nice. I'm going to grab myself a drink right quick. You guys keep doing your thing. We're at 526 right now. So Cassie Kahooter, saw her name. She's so excited to see her name, Cassie Kahooter. Okay. Now, Cassie Kahooter, what would be wonderful is if you could make it to the top 5 and be able to join us. And anyone who joins the top 5 is going to have to announce if you're a Kahooter or a Kahoochie. Look at Vanessa. She's so wonderful. If you're new, Lester will be hosting a game called Kahoot in which he posts various trivia questions related to video content. That's so true. Thank you, Miss Vanessa, for reminding folks what we do here on Friday game night. I play a fair share of videos throughout the week. That's my job. That is my job. So don't think that I'm just bored and I just make videos out of boredom. That's what I do for a living, guys. That's what I do for a living. I also go live several times a week. Sometimes I'm joined by Jamie, sometimes just me. I usually try to go live with animals somewhere throughout the video. And so what I do is I will just ask questions based on this week's videos. So anything from last Saturday morning all the way through today's videos are fair game. Hey guys, Graham Wolf Wendy 13 says, I'm sorry, friends. I haven't said hello to y'all. I love you all. It is, and I will also agree with her. Guys, it is so hard to catch everybody. Sometimes it saddens me when someone calls me out for ignoring their comment. Guys, I swear on the Holy Bible. My mom hates when we used to do that. My mom always told us, never say swear to God, never swear on the Bible. She goes, oh, that's like using the Lord's name in vain. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's actually the opposite. But not according to my mama. My mama told us not to do that. But all I can do is give you my word, if that means anything to you, that I would never purposely ignore you. Never. And I can promise you that the folks on this channel would never purposely ignore you. But sometimes it does. It's hard because the comments go by so fast and you just don't see them all. Guys, we're starting this game off in 5 minutes. We have a 5-minute countdown. We have a 5-minute countdown. Usually what I do is just say, hey, everybody. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, chat. Hey, friends. And I just hope that you all take that as me saying hello to all of you all. Pam, why are you still awake, sweet lady? Pam is awake in the UK. 8, 9, 10. It's darn 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all. 2 o'clock in the morning, and she's wide awake. Okay, so this game, Wild Tiger, welcome, Wild Tiger. This is a game called Kahoot. It's farm trivia. If you want to join, you can simply go to Google and type in Kahoot, Kahoot, and on that Kahoot main screen, it's going to ask you for a game PIN number. That PIN number is right there on the top of your screen, and that will enter you into our game. It's free to play. It's not going to ask you to subscribe. I mean, heck, they probably will ask, but you don't have to. We are at 615, and we start at 8 o'clock, straight up 8 o'clock. I need to grab me something to drink before this game gets going. All right. Just a couple of more minutes, friends, and we kick it off. Looks like Jeff has made it. Welcome, Jeff. Jeff, did you send me an email? I don't know Jeff's last name, but I think he sent me an email. And I'm thinking, why is Jeff sending me an email? He has my phone number. He can just text me. All right. Oh, boy. His last name is Shelter. Maybe it's a different guy then. Let me find the guy who sent me an email, see what his last name is. I'm not going to embarrass anybody. I'm not going to read it. That is Jeff, but it's Jeff Stelter. Jeff, you text me. You don't email me. Oh, he said he cried when he watched the... You cried, Jeff? Jeff's a crier? Wait, I wasn't going to embarrass nobody. Sorry. Jeff, there's a Kahoochie. Jeff is a Kahoochie, guys. Jeff is a Kahoochie. Okay, here we go, guys. We have 2 minutes. We're at 6:77 with 2 minutes to go. Oh, that's really good. So tonight I mixed up some Malibu rum with one of these off-brand Gatorades. Melissa, take it back. Lester, you cry too. Hold on a minute. I'm broken. I'm a broken man. Jeff is not broken like I am. I'm allowed to cry. I'm broken. Oh, no. I'm a Kahoochie. Y'all need to know that I'm a Kahoochie. I'm a Kahoochie. I am not a Kahooter. I think that Jeff might be a Kahooter, but not me. I am a Kahoochie all the way. Kahoochie. Okay, guys, we have 1 minute. We're at 713. It's okay if we don't get 800. I just want to make sure everybody who wants to play has a chance to play. Thank you, Madeline B12. That's sweet. We appreciate you for doing that. Molly says, I'm broken too, Lester. I'm broken too. I bet you there's a lot of us who are broken, y'all. I bet a lot of us are broken out there. I think that Madeline's a beautiful name. And okay, guys, there we go. 8 o'clock. Let's kick it off. You ready? Good luck to everybody. I don't care who wins. I don't care if the Kahooter wins or a Kahoochie or the other one that Miss Billy talked about. I do not care. All I'm saying is we're going to get this game kicked off. Tracy, you're so sweet, but you don't have to do that. That's so much money. Y'all, please don't be. Here's the thing I always tell you. You better take care of yourself first. That's the most important thing. Brenda says she's broken too, or I'm broken. Helen goes, I'm broken. Well, thank y'all for making me not feel so alone in the broken department. We're like them dolls, them broken dolls that nobody wants with the missing eye and the missing nose. What was that stuffed animal called who was broken? Corduroy. I'm like corduroy. I'm so broken. I'm like corduroy. Well, corduroy was missing something. Was he missing an eye or a nose? Corduroy. We're a bunch of misfits, somebody says. What was corduroy missing? Am I even saying that name right? What was corduroy missing? It tells me. In the story Corduroy, the character, a stuffed teddy bear, is missing a button on his overalls. Okay. Well, he was broken. Wasn't there another one about some broken dolls? Oh no, they were broken robots. Remember those broken robot cartoon? Okay, look at this. Look at it. Look at this. Hold on. Where'd she go? Y'all look. I love people like this. She goes, shut up and start already. I lost it, sweet lady. But I was going to show everybody how wonderful you are. She says, shut up and start already. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. And no. You're going to mess everything up. You get down. No cats. Okay, guys, here we go. And we are starting the game. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. Here we go. I did not give it that title. What is one thing that both my boys have in common? They both share a love of soccer. They're both competitive. They both enjoy listening to music, or neither is much into style or fashion. All right. And the correct answer is, oh, that's a horrible number. Let's hurry and change it. They're both very competitive. Both of my boys. I don't get it for nothing. They are so darn competitive. Lex loves soccer. Ellie, not so much. Lex loves music. Ellie, not so much. Lex is into fashion and style. Ellie is not so much. So my boys differ in those three areas. But the one area where they are very, very similar is the fact that they are so darn competitive. All right, here we go. Let's see how we're doing here. And to start it off, Miss Ann, first place. Jill, Veronica T, Sonia, and Brittany. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Next question. Who was the last of our cows to make the move into the bullpen pasture? All the cows come over, but who was the last to make the move? I almost let them stay out. Then I changed my mind. All right. If you said that Jezebel was the last one to make the trip over, you are correct. Jezebel stopped here under the shade tree and she just watched, and every other cow walked inside. And I almost let Jezebel stay out. And I'm like, you know what? I can't, because I do not want to keep a cow all by herself for 2 or 3 days alone. That would be bad for her. Plus, her calf come on over. And so I said, you know what, Jezebel, you got to go. You got to go. So the answer was Jezebel. Now, remember, it's not that you get it right. Oh, my gosh. It's not that you get it right. You have to get it right and get it right fast. So Hippie Chick 69, K, first place. Christina, second. Gammy, Pooh Bear, and Megan M are in the top spot. Here we go. Next question. Number 3. What was Connor's role in helping with football practice? This week, Connor helped us in football. What was his role? This is a fun game of Kahoots. We got over 750 playing. All right. If you did not watch that, oh no, looky here. So Connor's role in football practice this week was to help create distractions. And so we only highlighted that in one actual video, but I talked about it a couple of times. How Connor is trying to imitate what it may look like on a football field with all of the hands moving and things flying around. Lex is trying to catch his passes and focus on that ball. And the whole time in our video, Connor was using our spanky sticks with the flags, just kind of flapping them all around. And so that was Connor's role this week. He was helping us in football, but his role was to try to create distractions. We're trying to get Lex to focus in and, hone in to that ball and try to find. It's kind of like desensitizing a horse. You want to make sure that you can kind of desensitize to a lot of things. So, and our leaderboard has changed up quite a bit. Megan M comes all the way up to first place. That's beautiful. Killian and Mom are in second. Wendy B, a Kahooter, is in third. Gammy and then Lori W are all on our leaderboards, okay? Here we go. Next question. Number 4. Which band is one of Miss Carolyn's favorite? She passed this morning. That's Miss Carolyn. She did pass this morning. But we found out that she has a favorite band. Who is her favorite rock band? You would only know that if you watched our little tribute to her. If you said the Grateful Dead, you are correct. Miss Carolyn loved one particular song, her son said, from the Grateful Dead. And so what we did was when I put those few pictures together, I included a little bit of that song, her favorite song. And it wasn't, the entire video was not about Miss Carolyn like the other one. This was mostly just about the fact of letting you all know that she did pass with her family around her. Okay. And our leaderboard, Megan M keeps her place. How beautiful is that? Wendy B. Kahooter is up in second. Third, Killian Mom, Lori W, and Kahoochie CB. Guys, we have a Kahooter and a Kahoochie all in the top. This is going to get good. Here we go. Next question. Which side-by-side riding position did Connor demonstrate? He wanted to make sure that we all knew this one particular riding position on the side-by-side. What position did he demonstrate for us? I think it may have been on a live video. Connor has helped me a lot. If you said He did the kamikaze. You are absolutely correct. Connor did, in fact, show us the kamikaze. He held onto the side. He grabbed on, one hand waving out as I drove around the kamikaze. Yes, he did. It was Lex who showed us the Titanic. All right, so it was Connor. Let's see how you're doing. Oh, no. What happened? Wait. Okay, we still have our Kahooter. We still have our Kahoochie. Lori W., Killian the mom. But guys, look in fifth place. The heck? Lesterism. That is too funny. Here we go. Number 6. What did I claim to be a big accomplishment this week? What was a big accomplishment this week? What did I claim to be a big accomplishment this week? There was something that I'm really proud of. I talked about it so many times. If you said that my new pond is holding water, you are correct. For those who said that the boys have been able to get to bed and wake up on a school schedule, no, Connor is sound asleep right now. Connor was awake this morning when I woke up because he had not, in fact, gone to bed yet. Now, Lex is on a school schedule. So Lex is on a school schedule. Connor is not. But I've not talked about that. So that is not an accomplishment. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, no. We lost our Kahoochie. Now, listen. Kahoo-ha. The Kahoo-ha has taken first place. Killian and Mom are in second. Wendy B. Kahooter is in third. Lori W. fourth. And Jenny D. Welcome, Jenny D. All right, here we go. Next question. If Ruby had been able to have a bull calf, what was his name going to be? I already had a name for that little fella. What was I going to name him? Oh, that was too easy. If you said his name was going to be Sir Jasper, you are correct. It was going to be Sir Jasper. Let's see how you're doing. I don't suspect. Oh, we had a few people switch spots over here. Guys, NC Heather, who is also amazing at naming Bible hymns or Baptist song hymns, has come up to 5th place. Killian and Mom dropped down a bit. Lori W. moved up. Wendy B. Kahooter has moved up, but Kahoo-ha is not leaving. She likes her spot. She loves her name. Here we go. What advice did I offer women who seek men from Lowe's or Home Depot? If you go out to Lowe's or Home Depot, there's one thing that you better do, ladies. That was my advice to you. If you go to look for guys at Lowe's or Home Depot, please do something. Please check their footwear. If you did not see the video, I thought it was quite funny, but I feel like, guys, don't steal my joy. Please don't steal my joy. I feel like there might have been a lady today at Lowe's who may have purposely been flaunting herself in front of me. I'm just saying. If you don't believe me, you can watch the TikTok or you can watch my video. It's on there. And the one thing that kind of struck me as odd is that why would she be flaunting herself in front of me if she saw what I was wearing on my feet? Because they're filthy Crocs. They're just filthy. Oh, someone goes, well, she probably was not looking at your footwear, Lester. Maybe you're right. Anyway, yeah, I kind of felt like she was absolutely following me around and like trying to show off her herself and trying to draw attention to me or to herself from me. That's how I felt. And she was not terrified of me. She was following me around that damn store. Okay. She thought you were a creeper. Then you don't follow creepers around, guys. Oh, Lord. Y'all, don't steal my joy. I just said don't steal all of my joy. Can't I just imagine that maybe someone was trying to like, oh, man, y'all are just no fun to me whatsoever. Some people just want to steal my joy. Here we go. Let's see who the winners are. Kahoot, I'll just laugh. Wendy B. Kahooter is in first place. Lori W., Killian Mom, Jenny D., and Kahoochie CB. Guys, we have our Kahooter and our Kahoochie are all back. Okay, here we go. And that lady was flirting with me. Here we go. Number 9. What did I do this week to prove myself? I had to prove myself to other farmers and ranchers. What did I do to prove myself to other farmers and ranchers? So that lady's watching. Hands off, hooker. Yes, what I did to prove myself to other farmers and ranchers is I drank water from my cow water trough. Okay, I just cleaned it up good. I bleached it out. And I says, just to prove that I trust this water, I gargled it, y'all. I just took me a big swig and just gargled it. And then I sipped it. And I just had all kinds of fun in my cow water trough. And that's how I prove that it's just, you don't just talk the talk. You have to also walk the walk. Okay. And I also talked about how mad there were some channels were last year when I did the same thing. They were so mad at me for doing that because they didn't want to do it. And they said how dumb it was. Here we go. It looks like, only one person has dropped out of the leaderboard. But look, Erica with the K has come up to 4th place. Looking really, really good, guys. Okay. We're still moving along. We're halfway there now. Halfway. Why do I always worry about the younger generation of Morrow video creators? Why do I always worry about the younger generation of Morrow video creators? Why do I worry about the younger generation of the Morrow video creators? I don't control other creators out in the world, but I like to at least advise the Morrow creators. And I do worry about them because none of them are planning any type of retirement. Oh, and it scares me so bad. It worries me about them so bad because I tell you guys all the time that I do not think that YouTube will be around forever. I hope it will be. This is what I enjoy doing. We were able to get a lot done. We have these wonderful game nights and all the fun that we have around here, sharing our life with you all. But I do worry that these guys are not planning for any kind of retirement. And that's not just LE. I mean, he's my number one concern because he's my son, obviously. But I think that there's 5 or 6 video creators who I sincerely worry about because they're not planning a retirement for themselves. And so that's not being disrespectful. That's not throwing anyone under the bus. That's me being a concerned uncle and a concerned dad. That's all it is. Okay, let's see how you guys are doing on this. It looks like, there's been a change. Wendy B. Kahooter has dropped down, and Erica has come all the way up and took the top spot. Killian and Mom are still there. Guys, I don't think that Killian and Mom are going anywhere. They've been hanging out for a while. Leslie, Tennessee, Kahoot is moved up to 4th, and our Kahoochie CB is still in 5th. You guys are looking good. You guys are looking real good, okay? You're looking great. You guys in the comments, you're doing great. All right, keep it up. Michelle Robinson says they might be saving. Well, let's hope so, but they ain't. Which horse is responsible for causing so much damage at the Longhorn Lester property? I don't know why, but I feel like this is a repeated question from last week, even though I know for a fact that I saw a video I made about it this week. If you said Talus, you are correct. Hey, chat, help me out real fast. Did I ask a similar question last week? And is Talus being that destructive? Because this week he has destroyed one of our fences. What I think I said last week was Winch Horse let everybody else out. Winch Horse was responsible for breaking everybody out. So it's not a repeated question, but the answer of Talus being to blame is twice, 2 weeks in a row. So guys, I did not ask the same question last week. I remember now. What I asked you last week was Winch Horse is responsible for letting everybody else out. And the answer was Talus. This week, I ask you, who is the one causing all of the damage? And it's also Talus. Talus has broken the gate. Talus has broken the water pipe. Talus is just wreaking havoc on everything over there, okay? It's just the same answer. It's not the same question. And I know that for a fact. I write the darn thing, okay? I write the darn thing. And our leader, Erica, keeps her place. Erica with a K. We still have a Kahooter. Oh, look, our Kahooha is back, but our Kahoochie is gone. Leslie, Tennessee is still there, and Killian and Mom are going nowhere, okay? Here we go. 12. Which of our animals did Miss Carolyn have a soft spot for? Which of our animals? This is too easy, y'all. Come on. Which of our animals did Miss Carolyn have a soft spot for? It was a part of her wonderful video. That was too easy. If you said it was Chuck or old Chucky Poo, you're absolutely right. She said that she began to follow us when we got Chuck. She was a part of that journey that he took all the way from Pennsylvania to Texas in that freezing cold. And she's been heavily invested in the channel ever since. So that was such a blessing to have made her acquaintance and so many other folks. Is there anybody else in the chat who will let us know that you also have been following since Chuck? You come along, you joined us when Chucky joined us, because that video was a pretty good video of the rescue bull. And whenever you have a big video like one of those, it gets lots of YouTube reach. And so a lot of new people ran across the channel. Look at all the people saying hello. Hey, guys, thank you so very much. It's wonderful to have you guys here. Now, where have you been? Have you done? You got a lot of time to make up for. You guys got a lot of time to make up for. Not to worry. Lots of newbies on here, y'all. Lots of newbies. I'm playing with y'all. It's beautiful, though. No, but what I was saying was, whenever you find something like the Chuck story, for example, YouTube realizes that, hey, there's a lot of interest in this type of video. And so they will recommend videos to new people. And so we're blessed to not only have made the acquaintance of those folks, but they've stuck around for a bit. That makes my heart very happy to know that you guys have found us to be a part of your happy place. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, next. Oh, leaderboard. Nobody changed. Everyone stayed in the exact same place. You added a few numbers to your points, though. Okay, here we go. Next question, number 13. What is my next big project to do at this JL Ranch property? What is my next big project to do? I talked about it. I made an entire video about it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Some of you guys didn't watch that video. What I said I wanted to do was make it to where the larger group of cows, the cows out back, who are a very large group and who are going to get larger as we have new calves born here this next month and even some in October, we're going to increase our herd by 10, 12, 14 cows. And so we only have one open aired barn for them. And so what we want to do is give them access to more shelter. So what I'm going to do is work on a way, probably have the welder come back and weld some stuff together for us, some more panels, and we will enclose the other open aired barn, the one that the horses use now, the one that we call the Gladiator, the Coliseum. We will open that up for more cows to have access to shelter. All righty. Okay. Oh no, Miss Keisha, somebody being mean. Keisha's like, come on, y'all, be polite to the host of the show. So what you guys don't know is that we do not speed through this. If you came for a speed game, you're in the wrong place. We talk, guys, we talk. That's the beauty of this channel, is that we talk. And that what we do is we talk about the questions, make great talking points. And so what I do is I watch the questions come up, and I, especially when I see things like this, where we have a huge discrepancy in the right answer choices, it means that there's a whole lot of folks who don't know what's going on. So my next large project at this property is going to be to make sure that the larger group of cows have access to two open aired barns. We are not going to enclose any barns. We're not enclosing. We're not going to enclose our barns here, because we would end up having 360 days of the year and no one could go inside because it's too hot with no airflow. You guys are not familiar with our Texas climate and our humidity here. And so we do not enclose our barns for our cows. We leave them open. All righty. Now, I understand if you're from up north and you have these big dairy farmers who have these enclosed barns, that's normal. But we will enclose a place for a horse, absolutely. But our cows do not want to be enclosed. Cows do not, and cows will not go inside of a small enclosed space. Plus, our Longhorns would beat the heck out of each other. All right. Okay, here we go. Miss Vanessa is reminding you guys that when you're on a mobile device, you can't change the font. It's going to be small because your device is small. Here we go. Next question. Oh, no. Leaderboard. Looky here, guys. The Kahooter and the Kahoochie are both back, and they're competing, y'all. They're trying to fight it out for first place. However, Erica is not looking to leave. Killian and Mom have dropped down a little bit. Wendy is in 5th place. Okay, here we go. Next question. What type of future are we planning for both Lord Grayson and Prince Willie Joe? If you said that these bulls are more than likely going to be sperm donors, I don't know if that's actually the correct name or not. And I am sorry if that's not the correct name. But just like you've seen on Yellowstone, and just like so many people have worked with and worked around, a lot of people do not want to have intact males because they can be a lot of trouble. I mean, think about it for a minute. Waylon, Tex, Chuck, back when he had his man parts, his apples, they can be a little bit of trouble. So there are many people that have an AI program, artificial insemination. And so all they will do is order or pay for the sperm. And so what they do is they will ship that sperm out in CO2. I think it's CO2. What do y'all call the time? It's like a dry ice sort of. It's very, very, very frozen. And somebody who's trained, like a veterinarian or someone else, can artificially inseminate that into your females who are in heat, and then you never have to have a bull. You simply have someone come out who's been trained in artificial insemination, and they can do that for you, and you never have to have a bull. If you guys don't know this, my brother, Uncle Dan, has been trained in that. He went to Texas A&M, and it was not like for a college degree. It was a course, and my dad sent Uncle Dan to this course up at A&M. It is liquid nitrogen. Thank you so much. It's not dry ice. It's liquid nitrogen. Thank you for letting me know about that. Yes. But Uncle Dan was trained how to do that. And so Uncle Dan knows that. We've never done it. My Uncle Dan has with my dad's cows a few times. But my dad just likes to have a bull. My dad has always liked to have a bull. And so Uncle Dan has done it successfully a few times, but it's just something that my dad never really got into. All right. Keisha is reminding everybody that, guys, it may be easier for you to watch the game on your TV and play from your device if you can't see, because a lot of folks are complaining about the size of the font. Guys, I can't help you. I do not control the font size. I have nothing to do with any of that. That's all set up in the Kahoot game. All right, let's see how we're doing over here. Oh, so in saying so, the plans as of now for both Lord Grayson and Prince Willie Joe will be going off to a place where they have a program where they do take unique and special bulls, keep them in their pastures, and they do have a process of collecting specimen. Boy, I hope I'm saying that right. Here we go. Let's look at our leaderboard. For the most part, it stayed the same. Now, the thing is, there is a Kahooter, a Kahoochie, and a Kahooha, all competing for the top spot. Wouldn't it be something if we can get all of these folks together in the top 5? Okay. Do the hand gesture again, Lester. What did I do? Oh, Lord. Let's move on. Here we go. Next question. Number 15. What memory did I share on a live this week? What memory did I share on a live this week? If you said that we shared on a live a trip that I took to meet Bear Grylls, you are absolutely right. We played that last night. We watched it together. We did a premiere, and it was a really wonderful opportunity that I had back about 2 months after Hurricane Harvey. I got a little bit emotional during the video, especially towards the end. I apologize for that. But I'm hoping that the video in itself will remind you all how much we have in common. And then, like I said last night, I'm like, I may have been the one who got the invite to the show, but I have learned from reading your comments and from reading your messages through your emails and your letters and other ways that you contact us about what survivors you all are and what warriors you are. And it's just makes me feel a little bit, it humbles me. It humbles me to know that we all walk together. But I can tell you this all the time, that your struggles, those who've been abused and those who've had to overcome abuse and abusers, those who live with it now and have to deal with it, those who have had to overcome loss or medical issues, even divorce, friends. I admire you. I admire you so much. All right, a lot of folks got booted, it looks like. Oh no. Hey, whatever y'all are doing, whoever just got online, get off because you just jacked up my game. Lex, I don't think it was you. Connor, what are you playing right now? You're not on the internet? Yeah. No. Okay, never mind then. Let's see. Guys, I don't know what just happened, but I have a whole lot of folks who say they got booted, but they're back. We have not. Okay, good. They're back. Guys, just give me a few minutes and I'll be done here, okay? So both of the boys are awake, and that means that they're ready to start playing their games. So we're going to speed through this pretty fast, okay? All right, leaderboard. Erica, Wendy B. Kahooter, Kahoochie CB, Killian Mom, and Kahuha are still right there, okay? Come on, here we go. 16. What was the problem with our second overnight in Jamie's new motorhome? We had a problem, y'all. We had a problem. We had a problem in the new motorhome. What was it? If you said that we were parked on an incline, that is correct. And the problem with that is I kept rolling. I kept rolling all night. I could not stay in a laying position. I just kept rolling down the hill, not out of the RV, but out of my bed. I kept rolling out of my bed. Okay. And I hated that. It was horrible. And when we woke up the next morning, we saw that our RV was parked kind of like this over here. And I was on this top and I just kept rolling all night, just kept rolling. It was horrible. Okay. Let's see how we're doing over here. Oh no. Wendy was that Wendy or Erica? It was Erica. Erica just dropped, guys. Erica dropped off the face of the earth. But look, Kahoochie CB takes first. Wendy B. Kahooter is in second. Kahuha is in third. Allie Art in fourth. And Kahoochie Sarah is in fifth, okay? Here we go, guys. Here we go. Come on. Keep fighting. 17. What do I always remind you of when I invite you into the RV with me? This is an easy one. Come on. Y'all better get this one. If you're a regulator, you better get this one. What do I always remind you of before I invite you inside the RV with me? 36 people said, I always remind you that I will not force you to listen to me play the kazoo. That is not the correct answer. The correct answer is, I always remind you that if you want to come inside after we've done our drive about and we've done all of our head count, that my intentions are pure. And that's because of a sweet Canadian lady who just wants to make sure that before she comes inside of a man's RV, his intentions are pure. Okay. That's Miss Joy, if y'all have not met her. Okay. Leaderboard. It looks like Kahoochie CB, Wendy B. Kahooter, Kahuha, Allie Art, and Betty's both K's are in the top. Guys, we're getting close to the end. It's crunch time. What did I ask the horse farrier if he had any experience with? When Mr. Damien was here, I said, hey, by the way, do you have any experience with what? I wanted to know if Mr. Damien knew how to properly either hot or cold iron brand cattle, because I do need to get my bulls branded either hot or cold. We prefer cold, but from what I understand, there's only one lady who we know who can do it, and she's booked up or she's not able to work until April, and we don't have that long. So yes, I did ask him a lot of things, but out of A, B, C, and D, I didn't ask him any of those things except for the red, which is how to properly hot or cold iron brand cattle. I never asked him how to put horseshoes on a horse. I never asked him if he's ever helped loading cattle out of a chute. And I never asked him if he could help me train horses to herd cattle. So, yes, he and I talked quite a bit. But out of these multiple choice answers over here, the only thing that we talked about was, does he know how to properly hot or cold brand cows? All right. Let's see how we're looking on our leaderboard. For the most part, it stays the same. Allie Art and Kahoot have switched places, but they're still in the top 5. I think we have 2 more. Number 19. Which goat gave us a scare this week? Which goat gave us a real scare this week? We got a little bit of a scare this week. The commenters in the chat are getting it right. They're saying that the scare we got was from Starla. It wasn't a major scare, but guys, I couldn't find her. I could not find her anywhere. And it was ended up where she was just behind the loafing shed. But I sat there and I focused probably about 5 or 6 minutes on trying to find Starla, and ended up that she wasn't very far at all. But what was weird about that is usually goats hang out with each other. They always stay in the same little group. But Starla has always been known to be kind of off by herself. She's not really one to conform to goat rules. Okay, our leaderboard. Kahoochie CB, Wendy B. Kahooter, Allie Art, Betty both K's, and Carol Elliott. Okay, Kahuha has dropped off and allowed room for Carol Elliott. Guys, this is the last one, okay? This is the last one. Are you ready? This is where you give it all you got. Here we go. Which of our 4 pigs was I not able to locate during the heat of the day? There was only one day when I walked out looking for pigs during the heat of the day, and I could not find this pig. Which pig could I not find? Oh, the chat knows it. If you said I could not find Pig Newton, you are correct. And then I also said, I says, not to worry though. I says, of all of our pigs, Pig Newton is the most traveled. That fella has a way of making himself all over that property. And believe it or not, Pig Newton can even still go down to the river. I have that back gate open enough where those pigs can find their way out. The goats would never go over there, neither would the alpaca or the donkeys, but those pigs can get through that little gate crack. And I have found Pig Newton going down towards the river. I don't like it, but at the same time, you can't really stop a pig. Anyway, Pig Newton. Let's see who my winners are. Here we go. In 3rd place, we have Celeste C. 2nd place, Carol Elliott. 1st place is Betty's both K's. And then in 4th and 5th is BPS and AsCat. What happened to all the Kahooters and the Kahoochies? Where did all the Kahooters and the Kahoochies go? This is why you never quit on this game, guys. Things can change so fast. Congratulations to our winners. If you are on the leaderboard and you would like to come on and say hello, I'm going to invite you right now. I'm not going to keep it up for long, and this is only for the folks who are on the leaderboard, okay? I'm going to put the invite right here in the comment section, and I'll stick it right there. If you are on the leaderboard and you want to come say a quick hi to hello and let us find out a little bit about you, we would love to talk to you. Remember, you only click the link if you're one of our winners. We can't have everybody jumping into our link. That would ruin it for everybody, okay? You do not want to be the person to ruin it for everybody. So, last week we had nobody wanted to join, and I get that, guys. Sometimes you're not made up. Sometimes you don't really have the right setup, you have bad lighting, you're having to be real quiet because your hubby's in bed or whatever, okay? What is the difference between a Kahooter and a Kahoochie? Can anyone answer that? Could we ask Miss Vanessa or Miss Keisha, my two moderators, if they would tell us in their own words the difference between a Kahooter and a Kahoochie? I would love to put these ladies on the spot. Could our moderators, Miss Vanessa and Miss Keisha, in their own words, tell us the difference between a Kahooter or a Kahoochie? Now, Miss Kahoochie says, Lester, 200 people got kicked out. We didn't quit. I know you didn't quit. I'm so very sorry. I don't know how that happens. It could have been my internet, something probably on my end, not yours. I'm still wondering if Miss Vanessa or Miss Keisha, okay, here we go. So Vanessa goes, a Kahooter is a little bit less spicy. And then she laughs about it, okay? Whereas, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Whereas Keisha, Miss Keisha says, Kahoochies are classy, spunky, and fun. Well, those are a couple of different ways you could answer those questions. That's awesome, guys. We love you. We are blessed to have you. Family game night would not be the same without you. Okay, I promise you that. I look forward to seeing you guys in the morning with coffee with Jamie and I. We normally do that around 9:30 as soon as Cog Hill goes off. And we don't want to cut into their time. They're friends of ours, and we also have a shared audience. So if you share an audience, you don't want to disrespect each other by jumping in over their scheduled live. I understand if it's not scheduled, it's one thing, but if it's scheduled, then you want to allow them their time. Okay, guys, we love you so very much. I don't guess anyone is jumping on to join us tonight, and that's completely fine. Congratulations to all of our winners. Thank you all for playing. 750 folks joined the game, which is just amazing. Thank y'all for watching videos all week. I could just go on all night telling you how blessed we are to have you. Before you leave, though, please watch our newest video. I think that you'll enjoy this, all right? Good night, friends.
Where the grass runs wide beneath the sky and the fence lines stretch as the days roll by. There's work to do, but peace runs deep, and the land holds stories the heart will keep. North stands proud where the Texas sky ends. South rises high where the Trinity bends. Two halves joined by steady hands, bound by the love of this sacred land. JL Ranch, where the land runs free. Two hearts, one history. Together beat as a single heart, a promise made, a dream grown, to give them more than they have ever known. This ranch is more than dirt and sky. It's where the free and wild spirits fly, where every soul can rest and roam, and every heart can find its home, where skies burn red and grass turns gold, where stories live and hands grow old. Every place all hearts can call their